Sagittarius, how's it going? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your February 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Couple things to note real quick before we begin today's reading. If you're interested in personal services, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot, link down in the description box down below. I just want to give everybody a quick disclaimer. If you're interested in personal services, please note that the only way you can get one is by going to my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. Definitely do be mindful of scammers and impersonators. There's many people that impersonate me and tons of other tarot readers on the internet, unfortunately. So I will never reach out to you asking to read for you, and I will never reach out to you asking for money. So once again, if you want a personal service, you can only find that on my website, and that link will be linked down in the description below. But nonetheless, though, Sagittarius, how are we doing? I hope we're doing well. And let's have a look here at your February 2023. So what information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Sagittarian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout February 2023? We did have a Nine of Pentacles wanting to come on out. So overall energy of the reading here for you is going to be the Nine of Pentacles. I definitely feel for you, Sagittarius, you're in a much more independent path or a much more independent place is what it looks like to me here entirely. So I feel like you're focusing up here on your independence. Nine of Pentacles could be the energy, though, of confidence. It also could be the energy here of wanting to remain single. So maybe some of you aren't open to love at this moment or open to relationships. You might just be focusing on you. Okay, let's get two oracle cards here to back up the Nine of Pentacles. So what do we have here for the Nine of Pentacles with the oracle? Let's go ahead over here and take a look. First card out is going to be Legends. Learn from those who inspire you. And then taking a look here at the next card that we have here Dragonfly. Live life to the fullest. Ooh, I like that a lot for you, actually. So let's get on into it. Nine of Pentacles, like I mentioned, very stable, very self-sufficient, very confident. It's an energy of independence. Now with the Legends card showing up here for you, it says learn from those who inspire you. So you could be in a space right now where the universe is saying, you know, definitely learn from as many people you can identify as a teacher, or allow yourself to be taught many, many things. You know, don't be afraid to be a student. I think even the teacher is still a student, right? Because in life, we're always constantly learning. So jumping into February, don't be afraid to be actively and avidly learning new things that can benefit you. Nine of Pentacles could be representing financial sustainability, especially in an independent way. So if you're independently financially sustaining yourself, this very well likely could be about learn more things about business, learn more things about how you make money, learn more things that can benefit you. I feel like the month of February is going to be a month of a lot of learning in terms of how to be, or how to bring in a lot more assets into your life that are going to individually benefit you. Okay, so I like that energy. You know, it's definitely about self-growth and the self-exploration. Now, the next card we have here for you is going to be Dragonfly. It says live life to the fullest. So I feel like for many of you guys, you're kind of in a space right now where maybe you're doing everything you can independently so that you can live your life to the fullest and you have no strings attached. Because as you know, sometimes in life when we have strings that are attached, it could be pretty difficult to live your life to the fullest if there are other things that are in the way of your own individual choices and decisions, right? So whether that's a relationship, whether that's financial situations or anything of that nature, you know, sometimes there can be things in our life that can be in the way of our happiness and our abundance in our own individual paths. So I feel like your month here is really about making sure you can do everything you can to live a self-sufficient life, especially a life you can live to the fullest, and making sure that you can attain so much knowledge that's going to benefit you and bring really beautiful and positive assets into your life here for February 2023. So I feel like a total personal transformation kind of vibe showing up here. Definitely really good. Cool. All right, let's have a look here at your current situation regarding February 2023. What's going to be the current situation here for Sagittarius? First card out, we have the Justice. Next card out, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And then lastly for you, we have here the Two of Cups. Nice. So first things first, Justice card showing up here for you. You could be dealing with a Libra here potentially for some of you. But with that being said, Justice to the Seven of Pentacles. I want an easygoing life. Seven of Pentacles here is about the investments that you make, and you want to make sure whatever investments you're making is going to bring a life of balance, a life of peace, something that's calm and collected. So I really feel like you're trying to change your life in a way to make it sustainable, but most importantly, you want it to be fulfilling, you want it to be positive, you want to make sure you're making all the right investments here. So I feel like this is the beginning of your transformation. What can I do to make myself more happy? What can I do to make myself more abundant? What can I do to make myself more free and have things in life be more sustainable for me? So you're really focused here on your life, I think, and it's not necessarily just the external factors, it's the internal factors too, because there's a lot of things about yourself that you're trying to change here as well. You know, we have here the Two of Cups. Two of Cups here is a card of genuine connection. You want to make sure the life you're living is a life you're incredibly connected to. You know, I often see on a daily basis, a lot of people, the way that they live their lives, you know, they kind of live their lives on autopilot. You know, they look at their life and they don't pay too much attention to it. You know, wake up, go to work, come home, get ready for bed. You know, a lot of people kind of live their life on this autopilot mode where they're not actively looking at, well, what could I change to make my life better? What could I do to make myself more happy? What could I do to improve myself on a daily basis? I think sometimes a lot of people are like, well, this is just my life. And they kind of accept it for what it is. And they don't really want to invoke change. Because if they were to invoke change, it would require work. And it would require them to have to get off that autopilot mode and instead be in a position to where they're constantly looking to see what they can change for the better. So people get an autopilot by typically being very comfortable. But for you, Sagittarius, it's like, I don't want that. Screw comfortability. Screw being in autopilot. I'm ready to live a life here where I can make a lot of improvements and a lot of changes overall. Okay? All right, moving on forward here for you. Let's see what's coming in here for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout February 2023. First card out is going to be the Knight of Pentacles. Taking a look here at the next card, we have here the Queen of Swords. And then lastly for you, we have here the Emperor. Okay, I'm liking this energy, Sagittarius. I really am, because you're recognizing nobody else can take control of my path in my life. Only I can take control of my path. Absolutely. So taking a look at these energies here for you. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. You know, you're recognizing I don't necessarily just want stability in my life. I want change. I want transformation. And then inevitably those changes will become something that's stable. But I'm recognizing that if I want to build my life to make it something different, I'm going to have to break out of the habit of the way that I've been used to living. So this is about getting out of your comfort zone. That's what I feel is coming in here for you, jumping into February. You're getting ready to break out of your routine, break out of your comfort zone, break out of autopilot, and you're recognizing that everything here has to change. Queen of Swords, I can't keep doing the same thing every day, or I'm going to be having the same exact results. And with the Emperor card showing up here, Emperor is the card that represents control, and you are the only person who's in control of your path. Other people can give you advice, other people can give you guidance on how to steer you on your path, but with your own actions, that is what's going to be where you go in your path. So when you take action, you change your path. So you're recognizing if I'm the only person who has this ability to make my life whatever I want it to be, if I'm the person who's in control, then it's time to get to work. So Sagittarius, you're ready here to get to work. I'm done being on autopilot. I'm ready here to make genuine change. I love this for you. This is awesome. All right, moving on forward here for you. Let's have a look here and see what you can expect throughout the rest of February 2023. So what can Sagittarius here expect, please? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout February 2023. First card out, we have here the Star, baby. Moving into the next one, we have here the Four of Cups. Then we have here the Four of Pentacles. And then we have here the Seven of Wands. So I think you might come to notice in the month of February that there's a lot that might need to change. It's easier said than done, you know, to say like, okay, I'm going to live a very freeing, abundant, and sustaining kind of lifestyle, right? It's a lot easier said than done, but putting it out there is the first step, right? I think that setting an intention to do something in life is the first step to do anything. You got to set your intention of what you desire, then you have to believe in yourself, then you have to take action, and then we can start seeing the transformation happen. So it's good that you're taking the first step. You know, Star card, I have a dream and I wish to align myself somewhere. I have an intention, you know, moving throughout the rest of your February here, you're getting your intentions in order. You know what you want to do. But Four of Cups showing up here and the Four of Pentacles showing up here, it's going to have to require ignoring that instinct to just say, is all this worth it? You know, you're going to have that instinct naturally, right? That energy of comfort that's going to try to do everything in its power to keep you exactly where you are. Now, me being a Cancer, not only just a Cancer sun, but a Cancer rising, I'm very used to comfortability. And I remember that I've gone through many moments where I've tried to blossom, I've tried to transform and transcend and change my life, but then that energy of comfort just kept calling me, and it would always prevent me from growing. You know, one of the greatest things I've ever heard before, and this is actually when I started getting out of my comfort zone, was when I was 17 years old in my last year of high school. I had a teacher who told me the best thing you can ever do for yourself is get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that struck a nerve with me because at the end of the day, if you can get comfortable with being uncomfortable, then that means you can start to get comfortable with the idea of doing new things, of doing something you've never done before. And if you're doing things that you've never done before, and if you're trying new things, you're exploring, you're growing. So at the end of the day, the more we stay in a comfort zone, the more stuck we stay. At the end of the day, if you do the same shit, you get the same result. But if you want new results in your life, it's going to have to be exploring beyond where you're comfortable. So I love that statement, and I think that statement's incredibly powerful. And when I started to learn that on my journey, my path, instantaneously, I put myself out there. I tried new things. I didn't keep doing the same thing because I didn't want the same damn results I had. I wanted more for myself. And this is the month where you're proclaiming that. It's like, I totally want more for myself. And the only way I'm going to go about that is if I do everything I can to ignore that comfort that's calling me, you know, because it's going to call you. It's going to say, Sagittarius, you know, is it worth it? You know, you're going to have those thoughts in your head. Is it worth it? Is it worth doing more? Is it worth putting in the hard work? Because things can be so much easier if you just stay where you are, right? So you're going to get that calling coming from your comfort zone, coming from the ego. But I see you resisting it here with the Seven of Wands, which is good because Seven of Wands is blocking. So you're doing everything you can here to resist that calling, to resist that urge of comfort that's trying to keep you stuck. And I see you really putting in the work here. Because you know what? I also noticed too, if a dream or a passion is enough for you, it doesn't matter how comfortable you are, you're going to be restless until you attain that dream. So I really like to look at it in terms of values. You know, if there's something you really value that you desire in life, if there's a dream you really value, that dream is always going to be what you want, and that's what's going to prevent you from falling back at a comfort zone, because if that's so important to you, you're going to do everything you can to make sure that you succeed. So I feel like that's showing up here for sure, jumping into February. It's like something very powerful is going to be what you desire, and you're recognizing, I'm going to be restless until I get it. I'm willing here to put in the work. It doesn't matter how many times comfort calls, I'm making sure that I keep on growing. Very, very beautiful. Love that for you. Abso-freaking-lutely, you know? So let's go ahead and move a little bit forward. All right, we're going to have a look here and see some advice coming in from the universe for you, Sagittarius. So what advice do we have showing up here for the universe, or from the universe for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout February 2023. Having a look here at the first card, we have here the Knight of Swords, and then we have here the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so Knight of Swords to the Page of Pentacles. Automatically, universe says, invest, 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 take action, take action, take action. You know, the more that you stay where you are, the more nothing's going to get done, the more you'll be stuck in a comfortable place. Now, we also have here the Moon. And that Moon card here is going to be followed up with the Six of Cups. I do feel like what the universe is trying to say here as well is think about the past. Think about the last time you saw something in your life that you genuinely wanted to change. Sagittarius, when you think back to that moment, did that thing change? Ask yourself this question. Whether it did or didn't, just take a look and reflect for a moment, is what I feel like the universe is saying. The last time you wanted something to change or transform, did you commit to it? Did you work until you met your goal? Did you continuously put in the work, or did you give up at some moment in time? Maybe 10% of you put in the work. Maybe 90% of you felt like, I don't know, I felt discouraged and I got caught up with life and it made me stop. And by the way, by no means necessary, if you are a person in the past who had something that they wanted to change and didn't change, I'm not blaming you and I'm not here to put you down, because I think most of us feel that way. I can't tell you guys how many times in life I've given up on the things I wanted to transform and change. You know, I can't tell you how many times I said, F it, right? So I think it's very naturally hardwired in us due to the society we grew up in, and due to all the negative things we've experienced at such young ages. You know, I think we've all been kind of hardwired to want to live a life of comfortability instead of a life of constant growth and transformation. But when we start to recognize our potential is so much beyond where we're at, and when we start to break free from that barrier, we really start to recognize how humanity can consistently evolve and how much you have the ability to consistently evolve. We can push limits more than we can imagine. So I really feel here the universe is trying to say, take a look back at the last time you tried to change something, and maybe it's something you gave up on. look at that last time and look at it how it made you feel. And take a look right now and recognize that that's going to be the last time, Sagittarius, you ever give up on something that you want to see transform. Because I feel like the universe here is trying to fuel you with this motivation. It's like, hey, look in the past. Maybe you quit on something before. Guess what? That's the last time you're ever going to quit, because right now, this is the time for success. So I feel like that's a really good piece of advice, because honestly, that's definitely positions in my life where I've been coming from before. Like I've done that before, where I've looked back at, something in my life that I gave up on, and it made me more motivated than ever to recognize I want that to be the last time I give up on something. I want to stay committed. I want to put in the work. I don't ever want to stop fighting. I will meet my goal and expectation. And you know what? The more you keep fighting for it, the more you keep believing in yourself, the more that you tolerate the stress, the closer you get to transformation, the death card, right? Abso-friggin-lutely. So Sagittarius, you got this. And I think it's going to be a wonderful and fantastic month, because there's something here awakening inside you this month. Whether it's a spiritual awakening, whether it's just being fed up with the same old results you've been getting, something's waking you up here. You're feeling that fire within you being restored. And it's going to be incredibly powerful, I feel, in February 2023 to really take you to the next level. All right. Let's get one more oracle card here for you, Sag, regarding advice. So let's get one more oracle card for advice for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2023. And what do we have? We have here leadership. Set your goals. Abso-friggin-lutely. Okay. So Sagittarian, definitely take leadership. Nobody else can take lead in your life. Nobody else can lead your path. You are the only person that can lead your path, right? So that's why that card is showing up here saying set your goals. But most importantly, that's why it says leadership, because nobody else has this ability to make the success happen for you, to make the changes happen for you, to make the transformations happen for you. You're the only person that can do that. So at the end of the day, be that person to step up. I love it, man. Let's see the overall outcome here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout February 2023. What's going to be the overall outcome here in the tarot? And what do we got? We got here the Empress. And you know what the Empress is, Sagittarian? That's growth, baby. I like it. I like it a lot, man. So I love this energy showing up here for you. The Empress coming in here for the outcome. It's growth. But the Empress card is also about connecting with oneself, seeing the beauty within, not only just on the inside, but on the outside as well. It's seeing the beauty of who you are. It's seeing the potential of what you can be. It's seeing everything that you have the capability of becoming, all at one moment in time. And I believe that with this Empress card showing up, you're ready here to fight. You're ready here to battle. You're ready here to make your life everything you want it to be. You're ready here for change and transformation. And most importantly, you are seeing the version of the person you are willing to become. And you are now starting to become that version of yourself, that best version of yourself here in February 2023. I like it for you, man. I really do. I love motivational readings like this, especially when I get them for like any sign I'm reading for. Really motivational reading here, really nice reading here for sure. And I just like that statement once again, going back to what I was saying in terms of the universe, right? The universe was like, take a look back to the last time you quit something. And that will be your last time that's happening here. Because I feel like the fire and the spark is so lit within you that you're realizing there's no room for failure. Failure is not an option. And guess what? The thing about failure too is that even if you fail, there's a difference between failing something and quitting something. Failure, you learn from your mistakes, right? You learn from that mistake, you pick yourself back up, you do it again, and you do it better because you learned something. Quitting, that's when all of it is ended. So you never want to quit. Doesn't matter how many times you fall, get back up, learn the lesson, learn from the mistake, keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. But when you quit, that's the complete different story, right? So Sagittarian, really lovely reading here. Happy to see this for you. Really wishing you nothing but amazing results jumping into February 2023. Of course, if you are new here and you're interested in subscribing, I'd be more than happy to help or to have you. So thank you so much for any of you guys that do end up subscribing. I'm more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. But yeah, Sagittarian, with that being said, let me know if it resonates down below. Have a great February 2023, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.